Hello, race fans, and welcome to Disc Golf Daily. We are the podcast to get you caught up with disc golf in about 10 minutes, saving you time and effort. It is Wednesday, and that means, in case you missed it, we get you caught up with all the news from the past week in disc golf. Our number one news story today comes to you from Statmando and PDGA Stats. Joey Buckets Anderson, Joseph Anderson, who won the LWS Open at Idlewild. This was his first Pro Tour win. He went 25 for 27 putting from C1X. He played bogey-free after hole 4 in the first round. He averaged a 1054 event rating. How about a few more fun facts from the players' meeting? His PDGA number, 122356. He is the highest PDGA number to ever win on tour. And his first Pro Tour event was the 2022 Idlewild Open. By the way, he got 25th. This is his first full-time season on tour, and it is undoubtedly an incredible breakout season. Having said that, he did miss cash in his previous two events, the European Open and Ledgestone, but he's paired that with many top 10s and all the others cash. And let's go ahead and give Owen Scoggins a little love. Owen wins the LWS Open at Idlewild. This was her third career Elite Series win and second of 2024. She led the field in strokes gained tee to green, OB rate, and averaged a 992 event rating. Very impressive. And interestingly enough for me, it feels normal when Owen wins. She is so consistent and so good at this game. Thank you, Owen, for making me happy while I watch you shred. Our number two news story of the day, Ryan Mon won the PDGA Amateur World Championships, completing the, quote, AM Slam. Mon becomes the first player to win US AMs, Junior Worlds, and AM Worlds in the mixed division, in the mixed division, in the same year. Congrats to Jake Mon. Our number three news story of the day, congratulations to our first DGPT Europe champions, Ricky Wysocki and Silva Saarinen. Ricky played the final four events to take the series. He finished with 415 points. Maury Villman finished with 385. 1 point behind him was Eetu Tuominen at 384. Paul Macbeth with 371, and Nicholas Antala at 366. Round out your top five on the men's side. On the women's side, Silva Saarinen, who at one point won 5 events in a row, finishes with 605 points, well ahead of Evelina Salonen at 408, Kaidi Alsalu at 371, Heidi Leina at 355, and Kristen Tata at 354, just 1 point behind. As I said in yesterday's podcast, every point counts. Our fourth news story of the day, the DGPT's 10th year anniversary. They created an incredible chart. I'm going to pull it up for you here. First off, a big shout out to Dustin Giuliano. This is an amazing graph, and I'm just going to read through it some of it real quick. This is some good stuff. They've got the first tour stop, the Vibram Open at Maple Hill, including a reference to Chipmunk Gate. They've got the tour's first championship won by Paul and Katrina at Smugs. They've got Ricky's walk-off ace at Utah, Nate Doss's GMC victory in that same year, 2017. That's Nate's only DGPT win. They've got Macbeth's minus 18 rounds at D-Glow and Waco to the rebirth of DGN in 2020. They've got the start of the tour after COVID at the DDO, then James Conrad's Holy Shot, which was literally watched by tens of thousands of people live and tens of millions of people in post-produced pieces. They've got Nathan Queen's unbelievable run to win the Tour Championship. They've got 2022 when the Pro Tour becomes the official tour of the PDGA. They've got Kristen's Grand Slam in 2023. They've got the expansion into DGPT Europe in 2024. It has been an amazing first 9 years, and I thank the DGPT for helping to push disc golf to hundreds of thousands of people. Our number 5 news story, PDGA ratings have been updated. Gannon Burr adds 2 points to remain the highest rated player. He is at 1053. Ricky, who was at 1056 in the spring of 2021, he was at 1049 going into the ratings. He added 2 points also. He's now at 1051. Meanwhile, Kristen Tata loses 2 ratings points and drops to 998. It was fun while it lasted. Perhaps we will get to celebrate another 1,000 rating from her in the near future. Owen Scoggins gains 2 points to sit at 987 and is the second highest rated woman. And you might be surprised to hear who's number 3 in the ratings right now. Holland Handley sits in third in PDGA ratings, gaining 3 more points to sit at 985. A year ago today, she was 971. That's 14 rating points, and they get harder to earn the higher you go. Could she be our next 990 rated woman? I will tell you next August. And speaking of which, every time the PDGA ratings come out, I have to ask, how are these not calculated after every event? PDGA, please, please, please buy a computer that was made after 2010 and update the ratings every week. Kristen obviously dropped below 1,000 a while ago. We should have been able to report on it when it happened. Our number 6 news story of the day, Glide Disc Golf Events is hosting a GK Pro Festival. It looks to be a 4-day event in Asheville, North Carolina. It'll be held October 4th to 7th, just 1 week before the US DGC. This is a smart move and may be a perfect reason to extend your vacation. Link in the show notes, and I'm sure we will hear more about this in the future. Our number 7 news story of the day, UDisc's Release Point blog put out a cool study. The top 5 disc golf brands, according to all of us, according to all the normies. They start the article by going through how they did it and why it's mathematically valid and yada, yada, yada. Trust me, UDisc, we trust you. They have math doctors on staff, literal math doctors. So let's get to the good stuff. Castaplast comes out on top, and I have to say they do have amazing plastics. MVP comes in the number 2 position. Their discs are beautiful, especially the colorfully rimmed Axiom line. And the Conrad and Lazat discs just feel and look so perfect. They're so on brand. Latitude 64 is in third with their really good, consistent plastic. And after a little drop off, Discraft and Innova round out the top 5, which is obviously still really good. Thank you, UDisc, for giving us even more unexpected data to pour through. Keep up the great work. Our number 8 news story, the On the Box Facebook group is discussing the no cell phone policy that PDGA Worlds is implementing. I will be discussing this on Friday's opinion piece while I wrap my head around it. Basically, the cell coverage on the course is weak, and the live cameras use the cell coverage to show everybody not there the tournament. So a policy has been implemented restricting cell phones. We'll talk about this more in depth on Friday, but suffice it to say, if you're going to Pro Worlds, don't bring your cell phone. And our number 9 news story of the day, PDGA approved discs. The Chasm from Meridian Discs is a distance driver. It is also their 5th PDGA approved disc, and they've all been approved this year. Those guys are moving fast. The Reflection from Essential Discs is a fairway driver. Chemtrail from Doomsday Discs is a fairway driver, and the disc shows off some really cool color pattern capabilities that Doomsday has. Samson from Goliath Discs is a mid-range and a clever name. I'm assuming that it's referencing Samson and Delilah Sampson. And I'll just throw it out there. If anybody names a disc Steve, I will buy it. And the Bernoulli Target is a championship level basket that has been PDGA approved. If I can zoom in here, if you're watching, for those people watching on YouTube, I'll show you they have an interesting take on the Prodigy horizontal chains. It looks like it would be a softer way of preventing cut-throughs. Well done, Bernoulli. Whoops, I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. Well done, Bernoulli. And we'd like to close it out with our top 3 disc golf news bits from non-disc golf media over the past week. Number 1, the Houston Chronicle. The title, or the headline, Conroe family turns disc golf hobby into spin-off business from their oil field company. The way the article begins, an idea that sprung out of a slow time during the pandemic now has the family shipping disc golf discs all over the world from their shop just south of Conroe. In addition to a pro shop, there's also a 9-hole disc golf course on the property. There we go. Our number 2 news story, Greenfield Recorder. This is a good one. This is kind of close to home. Greenfield's Gillis McDougall captured the US Open weekend disc golf title. A monster second round propelled Gillis McDougall to a hometown disc golf victory over the weekend. Thank you very much, Greenfield Recorder. And congrats to Gillis and to Westy Acres. If you haven't been there, you need to go check it out. I know that I do too. Our number 3 news story, South Bend Tribune. Oxbow Park celebrates invigorated disc golf course with big weekend of tourneys and a party. That's all. That's the headline. The article begins with, along with redesigned holes, players will find new baskets, tee pads, signs, an information kiosk, and a putting green for warm-ups and practice. Now it's time to celebrate with 3 days of tournaments, August 16th to 18th. I love watching mainstream media covering disc golf and doing an improving job of it. That does it for us today. If you want to share some thoughts, news, or opinions, shoot us an email, discgolfdaily@aol.com. Have fun, throw 'em straight, tell a friend about Disc Golf Daily, and hit the thin gap. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It really does help us grow.